So in 13. Now with live chat. Okay, how do I do that? Is that just automatic? I think it's automatic.
I believe so, yeah.
Did anyone do anything for the Fourth of July?
Are we muted?
No.
We're not muted?
Yeah, we're not muted.
So
Wait.
then she said, that wasn't my finger in your ass. That was my dick. And that's how I lost my virginity.
Oh,
Jesus.
that
That's a hell
happened.
of a
That
way.
happened last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, 4th of
Happy
July.
4th of July!
Woo!
Cool.
Happy birthday, America!
America.
I guess that's kind of what it is.
Fireworks going off, man.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, here, I'll test to see if the comments come up for you.
Test.
Test.
This is only a test.
So yeah, we're
That's what they do.
Did it come up?
hello, future people. We're live early. I don't know if anyone cares, but
Oh.
we're live early because hockey and stuff, scheduling issues. So you can still comment, but we won't respond. But you can say what we say.
I think I got it.
In response is responding to your comment if you want. It probably won't make sense. I lost the plot. Welcome to Beer League Benchwarmers, the podcast recorded on the bench of a what is it, Roman candle tag team, where the enemy team has this thing. So, good luck, guys.
I'm gonna bow out on that one.
Yeah.
Fireworks
cool.
are not safe.
Also, by the way, don't ever actually do that. It's really dangerous. I was driving through
a guy just died from fireworks, so.
Oh jeez, yeah, definitely don't. Man, we gotta cancel this game. I forgot to change my name.
Oh man, so did I. Nobody needs to know my full name.
Oh man.
I don't even know if it shows up. Does it show up on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It does. I set it up so it does because you guys. I asked you guys, and you're like, sure, why not? So it's your fault.
Oh no! Now it's showing my middle name. Oh no! I have to change that. Oh man! Oh, that's so embarrassing. That's just terrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. I fixed it.
Did your never mind? I'm not gonna say that. That could be. That's no.
No, my mother didn't name me. Yours did.
Oh snap. Okay.
At least he didn't say fine.
Nah, he's the one that opened the door, so.
What?
Huh?
Anyways, so yeah, I was just walking through a city after a fireworks thing, and it was kind of crazy. Some of the cities just put off fireworks on the street and stuff. It's kind of scary, but we weren't
Did you
driving.
see Nashville's fireworks show?
No, what happened?
I did not.
Oh, it was like, oh man, it looked like World War III was going off. If you get a minute, go Google or YouTube. YouTube sponsored.
No free ads.
Down here, YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube Nashville's fireworks show. It was amazing.
Like in a good way, or like?
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Oh.
But if you like fireworks shows, you'll like it. If you don't, like if you have PTSD, don't watch it.
They had the police posting signs all throughout the towns down here in Texas saying that fireworks are illegal and it's a $2,000 fine if you get caught with them. And then there's also a phone number and a website to report your neighbors. I'm like, what the fuck?
It doesn't sound very Texas.
That's all I'm thinking. Like, oh, shoot your neighbor,
Well,
but
that's it.
fire off fireworks and celebrate.
Yeah, I was like,
Instead of fireworks, you just walk outside, fire your gun off, and
Bang, 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 bang.
yeah, I'm like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's a sign. There's like the digital road signs for like construction. Now these were Arlington Police Department, Fort Worth Police Department,
God. I bet
websites and everything.
I bet you still heard tons of fireworks everywhere.
Oh yeah, I sat out in my backyard and just watched free shows. It was awesome. I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. It is weird walking home from a fireworks show and it's just like it keeps going. It's crazy. Anyone do anything crazy for 4th of July?
What are you doing? Because like you just keep bobbing back and forth. Like, are you wearing pants?
No, I'm wearing shorts.
I'm watching this, and then
I have a recliner. I apologize.
Oh,
I am sitting down.
cow,
I
you're
normally
actually
don't
sitting?
sit down. Is this?
well, I didn't know if like you got like a fucking elliptical and you're doing.
Oh yeah. I got my
Or
treadmill.
the lady friend is down there and we just can't see her. So I was distracted. That's all.
Anyway.
Well, I mean that's the thing, right? Isn't that like the new fad was with quarantine was that you get a treadmill desk or something like that? You could walk while you're doing stuff.
Ooh. I like walking.
I didn't know if like you just upgraded to like an elliptical.
Nah,
Like I don't like
downgraded
treadmills, so
from
the
standing.
ellipticals I like.
The pedals.
Yeah, or just like the stationary bike.
No, I downgraded from standing to a chair. So now I can do
Attaboy.
all kinds of crazy stuff.
He's using a Stairmaster.
Oh,
Oh, I
can't
do
this.
have comments. That's awesome. Okay.
Oh, it's not working.
So much better.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyone do anything fun for 4th of July that they want to talk about?
Full-fledged freaking TV.
Oh
Oh
snap!
shit!
Yeah.
I can
You're
find
our
you
one
this.
viewer.
No! Oh, it doesn't show me how many views are on here.
We have 3.
Oh, we have 3.
You might just. Yeah, one's my TV. The other was my phone.
Jake's all of our viewers.
Now
Everyone
it's
who's
down to 1.
No, is it really down to one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ah, it's just
Oh,
my
they left.
TV.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Son of a sea biscuit.
Son of yeah. Okay,
No, I
so
did not do anything fun and exciting, Kyle.
No.
4th of July. I mean, we were in Lake Placid. And then the night after the 4th of July, so the 5th of July, we had a bear come in our tent. But
what?
we had a bear come in.
It's pretty cool.
Like a live bear?
It knocking over the tote scared it away, or Abby crying scared it away.
Holy crap.
Nice.
Man,
3 o'clock in the morning. It was a fun way to wake up.
I've started watching this the show called Alone, and it's a survival show.
The series?
Yeah,
The reality show?
yeah.
It's a great show, like Sean said,
Great
yeah.
show.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you guys had seen it. It's
yeah.
Just completely side rail it. That's when you know you've reached like peak adulthood, is when you're watching like survival reality TV shows instead of watching like Girls Gone Wild. You're
Oh,
supposed to yell at bears. I yelled.
hey bear. That's
Why
what
am
they
I
say on the
waking
show.
up?
They're like, hey bear, a lot. It's funny.
Bear. I'm big. Get the fuck out. I mean, my middle name was Big Dick, so.
But yeah, that could be a future topic if you guys wanted to. We could they can bring 10 items to the island. So we could have the 10 stupidest items or the 10 items you would bring or whatever.
Sean would take that. I'm fine with that conversation, by the way. But Sean would take that conversation over in a heartbeat with all his survival shit.
He'd bring a slingshot, brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Well, before you guys go anywhere, before we get off this
Oh,
topic.
Jesus.
We just started.
It's hard for me to go places.
I'm
Oh
lazy.
no. Nunchucks?
No, it is a collapsible spear.
Oh, nice.
with a
You know.
9-inch blade.
I have an 11-inch penis. Around.
I threw a spear in Vegas. That was fun.
Yes, you did, dude. I would love to go back there too. I just want to go back to Vegas.
But yeah, have you used the spear, Sean?
I have not, other than stabbing myself with it when I was trying to put it away.
You could totally like make stupid videos of like recreating 300. Are you allowed to throw it?
I could. I mean, it's fine.
It is.
I don't know. What would you do with a spear, Jake?
Well, you're down in Western New York or Texas?
I don't know.
Texas, I'm killing every fucking snake that I fucking find. A dead snake's a good snake.
With a spear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the range.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
I would leave one snake alive and just show him all the dead bodies. Like, that will be you if I ever see your fucking ugly
Go tell
face.
all your snake friends.
Yes,
your
I killed all your snake friends. I just want
no.
you to live on my legendary history. Now, I don't know what I would do with a spear. I would love, honestly, though, like, because we've done axe throwing a couple times since Vegas. And, like, that's one thing that set that one. It's called Axe Hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's what separated that one is all these places up here at least are just axes, where down there it was ninja stars, metal cards, spears, tomahawks. Like, it was so many other different things that you could throw. It was an extra price, and Kyle's terrible at like negotiating the price.
Oh yeah,
because
that was
I
fun.
said like he basically had a flat rate of just an axe, and then it was like $10 more for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle's like, I just want to throw a spear.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, well, bargain with me. Like, how much would it be? Like, well, I don't know. And like literally, we're standing there like at the outside watching this. And it's like this is gonna take about a half hour just to like negotiate a $2 charge. And it almost took it took a lot longer than it needed to, but Kyle eventually got it. And I think they let you throw other stuff too, even though you negotiate.
Somebody left out one of the big axes. I got to throw that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got videos. It happened.
Yeah, that was fun. What was I talking about?
What did you do on the 4th of July, Kyle?
I went to visit family in the New Jersey area. Got to see some cool fireworks with the city as the backdrop. That was cool. And,
what city would that be, Kyle?
The city, New York City. Like,
what is that?
You know, what?
The city that never sleeps.
Yeah, they weren't asleep then. It was too loud. But yeah, nothing crazy. Just chilling. Rick, you broke your leg?
Yep.
Nice segue.
Yeah. Are you allowed to and want to tell the story? Because I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. I jumped off the back of a tow truck like an idiot, and that was it. Snap.
Oof.
Trying to impress a tow truck driver.
Just trying to impress him. For whatever reason,
What's this, guys?
Jumping down, and it was not a good idea. So
here's my impersonation of Conor McGregor.
Was he impressed though? Was he like, holy
he was not impressed? So
cool.
No.
Jersey City liquor stores are greater than Western New York liquor stores.
Oh yeah, they got like
story about it.
They got like stuff there, like you can buy like soda and chips and stuff.
Yeah, we had that at mine too.
Holy crap!
Stuff there.
Yeah, so like if you're going to a party and you can pick all your cheese and crackers and your chips and salsa and your beer and liquor all up in one spot, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But mine delivers.
That's really cool, actually.
Like I could set an order right now and it'll be delivered here within. Well, not today because it's Sunday because liquor stores are closed, but it'll be delivered.
Oh, well, our liquor stores are open.
I know. It's God's day down here. Nothing's open on Sundays.
God
allergy medicine too.
Here.
Allergy medicine's a huge get, no matter what store you're in. I was so happy that when we were camping, that everybody else had allergy issues except Mr. Allergy Boy over here.
No shit.
Everybody else was like fucking sneezing, watery eyes, even the kids. But at least like a day during our trip, whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, they're like, "Oh, do you want an eligibility?" Nah,
I'm good.
right here.
The beer that subsided everything. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, Rachel is so mad.
You gotta cherish that. It's not gonna happen in the future.
No, it's not. It's not. Maybe I'm just, that's where hockey is, like Placid. So
It's in your
that's where I gotta
genes.
go.
It's in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about today, Kyle?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
What? Actor stuff? Okay, so we were tasked with finding an actor we would like to watch only their stuff. Only their past stuff and future stuff and present stuff, I guess. I assumed we meant like just for movies, but I don't know. If you have another answer, that's fine too. For TV shows or whatever.
Well, yeah, if the person's like been in like, if you wanted to go with Adam Sandler, which I hope nobody did, like he's been in TV shows, so it's like then you'd be able to watch that TV show, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so then you can watch that.
Adam Sandler was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, one episode.
That's a solid question. Now, because he was in one episode, does that mean that you could watch the entire season, the
Sure.
entire series,
sure.
or just that one episode?
Sure. Go with series. I don't know. Like Bradley Cooper, he's in obviously a crap ton of movies, but he makes cameos in Limitless, the show on that was on CBS. So like if you wanted to include that show, you could do that.
Man, that gets so complicated. But yeah, I'm going with just movies.
I'm not saying Jim Carrey. All right. Your fiance thought the same thing.
Yep. Yeah,
not that predictable.
So what deep cuts of Jim Carrey are you gonna try to sell us on, Jake? That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I would be able to watch all of In Living Color if I wanted to.
That's good, yeah. Yeah.
And some SNL.
Yeah.
Or all of SNL if I want to include it.
Yeah. Most actors have been on SNL. So
yeah, so it's really not a prestigious thing anymore.
No, not anymore.
Especially now how terrible it is.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
all right, I went with Donald Trump because he was in the WWE and Home Alone 2.
Yep.
2, yeah.
So that's it.
He's your favorite person.
Yep. No. Who wants to go first?
Watch The Apprentice.
This is a hard one. I don't think I did a good job.
I had a real tough time with this.
Yeah.
But Jake already shunned me because I did pick Adam Sandler for one of them.
Did you really? Oh my god!
Sandler, but no, I'm gonna go with Ricky's favorite here, Mark Wahlberg. I'm a big fan. I like his old stuff. I like some of his new shit.
Could you repeat it? I didn't hear it.
Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, you'd be able to watch Wahlburgers.
Yeah, or I was gonna go with Vin Diesel. That was a joke. That one was just a joke.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron
To
Giant.
each their own.
That's like I thought about like Robert Downey Jr. and like how I could do the Marvel movies, and then like there's some older stuff that's pretty good. It's like, or I could do Chris Evans because he had some good early stuff, and I'm like going through, I'm like, shit, there's so many, and like I had a real hard time with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you got to think of like their older stuff and their new, like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, his new stuff, but like there's a lot of misses in his career. Like Due Date was not a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even Doolittle was not a good movie.
It was alright.
That was just a recent stuff, and his older stuff. There's a huge gap in between his older stuff and his new stuff for legal issues. But Chris Evans wouldn't have been that bad. There's some good movies of his.
Mark Wahlberg was in Ted.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit of comedy. He's done action movies.
The Departed, yeah. Boogie Nights. Oh, I remember Boogie Nights. I'm on his IMDb, by the way.
Departed is a good movie. Yeah. Ricky, you want to go? Because I have a feeling mine might steal yours, so I want to.
What? I'm trying to.
I don't want to steal your thunder. I have a backup in case you do see him.
Tom Hanks.
Ooh, yeah, that's a classic.
That's why I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Solid. That is a solid answer.
Tom Hanks, my favorite actor. I could watch all of his shit. I usually do, anyways. He's got, I think he's got some new stuff coming out too that I'm excited to see. I haven't seen. He was in that last World War II movie, The Grey Wolf, or something like that. I still got to check that out. But yeah, I don't think a single movie of his that I have not enjoyed in some way.
Okay. I got any deep
Captain
cuts?
Phillips, I'm not the biggest fan. It was very long and drawn out.
I haven't seen
what
that.
did you really expect
Yeah,
from a movie?
Or he was in Sully, wasn't he? I haven't seen Sully yet.
I haven't
That
seen
was good.
Sully yet either, but I do want
like
to see
that.
that.
I don't know what
seen the one about-
TV shows.
SNL.
Yeah.
I never saw that. I haven't seen the Mr. Rogers one.
Yeah, but I haven't seen yet either.
Kyle, that was also an honorable mention for me also.
Oh yeah, Tom Hanks is great.
Solid
He's
choice.
been in so
No.
many. He's been
I'm
the
talking
leading role in a lot of really great movies. Do you know
I'm
any?
talking about your picture, Kyle.
What?
I said I'm talking about your picture.
This is actually two actors combined.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
It's Adam Driver and Keanu Reeves. By the way, neither of them is my pick, but
Okay.
I was just trying to find a background that had a
Driver's,
lot of actors in
Kylo
it.
Ren.
Huh?
Jake had this puzzled look on his face.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know if I want to touch this. That's all you, Kyle. Tom Hanks was my pick. And that's why, like, I remember Ricky like a lot of his stuff, so I didn't want to steal it.
Ah.
I appreciate that.
Got any deep cuts from him that you'd recommend that not everyone has seen? Either of you?
Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas.
That's one that I think that a lot of people don't watch or have trouble watching because it's like 8 stories all in one. I've seen it several
is that the
times.
one where people play themselves in multiple different lives or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stories going on. They're all relatively similar, about the same thing. But it's an interesting movie. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times to really understand it, but I do enjoy it. It's kind of a crazy film, but that one also, it's long. It's a long movie, but it's a good one.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that from start to finish because I just could not get into it.
It's hard to follow when you're first watching it, but
Maybe it should have been a mini series or something.
it would be a great miniseries.
Big is one of my all-time favorite times.
Big's a great movie.
Big? I've never actually seen that.
What? Big or Joe and the Volcano. I love that one too.
So what I was trying to look up was what that was called. I mean, he's in so many. Toy Story, obviously.
Yeah. Turner and Hooch.
Saving Mr. Banks.
That's that's the
Walt Disney
Walt
one.
Disney one. Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Never saw
It's
it.
one of my favorite Disney movies ever.
Ever?
Yeah, I could put that.
John Carter?
Yeah, I could put those two together. Those
Polar
let's see.
Express. That's a great movie. The Terminal. That's a good movie.
That's a great.
Catch
movie.
Me If I Can. I mean, like he's in
There's
classics.
so many. Yes.
All
It's one of my
13.
favorites.
But one that I didn't know he was in until now, looking up his IMDb, he was not in the Pacific. Oh, he was a producer. What is Big City Greens? Now, none of you have kids. It's a TV show on Disney Channel.
Oh. Okay.
Never seen it.
It's
I've
a
never heard
cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
Yes, and it's quite fun. I think it's funny, but I also grew up with that Ed and Eddie, so.
Have you ever seen The Green Mile?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Cast Away. I mean, like, he's in so many classics.
Mm-hmm.
Got Oscars for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So I had a lot of trouble with this. I thought about Judy Greer because she's been in a lot of stuff. Who's the guy who does Darth Vader's voice?
Oh, what's his
Earl
name? James
Jones.
Earl Jones.
Yeah, I also thought about him, but I ended up going with the mother lover himself, Sam Jackson.
There you go. That was another one I thought about. That is a good one.
Yeah, he's been in so much stuff, and I figured go wide. He has a lot of good movies too, but like he's just been in so much stuff, like almost 200 movies I think or something like that. And he's been captain. He's been in. He's the the freaking guy in Marvel, so we can watch a lot of Marvel
Nick Fury,
movies.
yeah.
Nick
Pretty much
Fury,
almost
that's right.
any Marvel movie he shows up in, even for like a
Cameo,
Cameo.
end credits.
yeah. I can't remember the end. I can't remember the movie. I've only seen the end credit scene once, but he's only in the end credit scene, and it's the aliens are pretending to be him.
Oh, that's then this is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Home.
2. Yeah, there you go. You can watch that just because he's in there for 15 seconds at the very end.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he was in like a simulator.
They
Okay.
pretend to be on a vacation on a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he was in that whole movie anyways, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Yeah,
action.
that's like I'm thinking of Infinity War, where literally he showed up at the
Just
very
showed up
end.
at the funeral. Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's Endgame.
that's
Infinity
Endgame.
War. Yeah, so you could throw in both those movies, really. Infinity
Yeah.
War was literally the end credit scene when he
It's a
summoned
major.
Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
and then Endgame was the funeral
the
scene.
funeral. Yeah. Iron Man.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, he's in all of them. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah, but I'm saying
pretty
the
much
first
all of them. Yeah, that's like saying Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
Phil.
And then
His first name's Agent.
and then there's a bunch of Tarantino movies too, which are good. Like Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
You didn't like Pulp Fiction?
I don't like Tarantino.
Ah. There's another one where he's like in a house with 8 other people in the cowboy times and everyone kills each other.
Oh, the Hateful Eight.
Hateful
Yeah.
Eight, yeah. I was looking at Magnificent Seven, which was a great movie, but that's not it.
Yeah. Different number of people. Um,
Way different style of movie.
there's some other notable thing I can't remember.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a
that's
Plane.
like, I mean, there's
Yep.
so many movies. Like, I mean, yeah, you'd be able to watch a lot of movies. Say 200, just a nice round number. Out of the 200 movies, how many of them are good?
At least a
I mean,
decent
even
amount.
if he was a
Training
piano
Day.
player in the beginning of Kill Bill 2.
The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is my super suit?
Yep.
Woman.
I mean,
Django
he's done a
Unchained.
lot of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Even if half of them are hits, that's still 100 movies.
Yeah, definitely.
You ever seen a real wild out movie that he's in? Not a whole lot of people liked it either. It was Black Snake Moan. You ever watch that?
That the one
No.
where he had like the chick slave?
He was teaching her to be a better person. He was the sex addict, and she shows up at his house all fucked up, drunk, and naked. So he chains her to the inside of his house so that she'll find God.
See, like, honestly, when you were talking about Samuel L. Jackson, that's what I'm thinking of. Is him with his fucking white beater on and his crazy ass gray hair,
What?
and like, because it's in that movie. So
Yeah.
like, I don't
And
think
that's
of
the
Mace
meme
Windu.
that
I
he's
don't
in.
think of Frozen. I don't think of Nick Fury.
He's standing all funny like this with his hair. And that's that movie. That's the goofy ass movie. It's not bad. It's got Justin Timberlake in it too. Weird movie though, but
I've never
lots
heard of it.
lots of fucking.
I've never watched it, but I know of it, and I know of it to the point where I know I won't like it. So that's why I haven't watched it.
It's a weird movie.
But yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. So
Solid
any
pick.
less what?
I said it is a solid pick.
Yeah, thank you. I just picked a background with a face morphing because I was thinking like combine all the actors into one, and then I don't know. It was very conceptual and it didn't work, but I got a weird background out of it. So whatever.
Congratulations.
What was the other topic that wasn't the draft?
Jake didn't go yet.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
Jake hasn't picked yet.
I thought you did Tom Hanks, or did you pick a different
Oh,
one?
that was
Rick.
Ricky.
I thought you. Okay, whatever. I misunderstood. Jake.
I said I had one, but I didn't want to use them because it was. I knew it was going to be Rick.
Okay, so who's your second choice?
My second choice is Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Like, just because he's done a lot of good. I could even watch Thor Ragnarok with his cameo there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was in that.
Yeah, he plays Loki when they're doing the
play.
theater.
Oh,
play.
really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's got a lot of like random cameos.
I think he was in Deadpool 2 for like.
Yes, he was in Deadpool too. Same thing with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brad Pitt would be decent too, but yeah.
Yeah, I just can't choose Brad Pitt.
Martian was good.
Martian's great. Good Will Hunting is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Saving Private Ryan is up there as well. He's in it. Did you know Saving Private Ryan that all of them except Matt Damon had to go through like rigorous training? So that way it built up animosity towards Matt Damon like they had in the movie.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Was he Bourne guy?
Yeah, he was in the
The
3 out of
He
4
was,
Bourne
he was
movies.
Jason Bourne.
Yep.
Yes, he is Jason.
He was in The Departed,
Ah,
That's a good movie.
and I think you could you do? I mean, I don't know.
I didn't like you deep dive of his stuff.
I don't know. We could do this like stuff that they touched, like
Dogma.
like being a director or producer or something. Because I think
Oh fuck, Tom Hanks has got to take it all the way. He's been a
Right, 'cause
producer. Is something me freaking Band of Brothers.
Because I think Matt Damon was part of The Town also. Was Ben Affleck?
Ford vs Ferrari, great movie.
I haven't seen that. I want to see that.
That's a
I wanna see
great
it, too.
movie. Oh, he's in the
Hmm.
new Thor movie too. Apparently, he's in some bad movies,
mhm, for sure.
and one of the bad movies is on. It's part of a future topic. I'll just say that.
All right.
Interstellar. I forgot about him in Interstellar. Elysium.
Yeah.
I liked Elysium.
Who was he in Interstellar?
He was the
He was the
crazy.
guy that was stranded one.
Oh,
he
that's
hits
right. Yeah. Okay.
Is Elysium the one where he's got like a robot arm and it's the future?
Yeah. So basically, Earth is dying. It's one of those movies, and then there's a space station that is for the rich and famous, and nobody can get sick up there. So he's working on Earth, and he gets radioactive treatment, or like he gets stuck in a furnace, and he gets radioactiveness, and he's gonna die. So basically, some Robin Hoods get him, and like, well, you can do this and completely change the world and take down the rich, and that's what he does, and goes up there and kills people.
Seen that once. They had the robot police that beat the shit out of him.
Oh.
No?
Okay.
It was in like the very beginning. He's standing in line or something. He starts complaining. There's robot police that walk around. They just beat the shit out of him.
I don't remember that.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Was that the one with the halo?
The
ring in
Adjustment
the
Bureau
sky?
is another. That is my like dark horse. I love that movie. The
What
Adjustment
movie?
Bureau. The Adjustment Bureau.
I never saw that Downsizing.
That is a good movie, Adjustment Bureau. You haven't seen Downsizing either.
I'm trying to think what other good ones he's in. I mean, he's in a lot too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Brothers Grimm. Euro Trip.
He's in Euro. Oh yeah, yeah. He's just the band that sings Scotty
Oh, yeah.
doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
Oh yeah.
How do you not like? Titan AE. Majestic. I didn't know that he was in the Majestic.
That's a great movie.
Mm,
I got a cat.
okay.
Oh Jesus, thanks, cat.
He was what? That's not true. I don't believe that. That he was in the Field of Dreams. He was a baseball fan at Fenway Park, uncredited. Well, then I don't believe it.
Hmm.
Moonlight Graham. That's a James Earl Jones.
Yep.
All right. Was there another topic? Oh, movies.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 movies that were supposed to be good that you thought were shit.
I don't have a background for this. I'll just pick one that I've done in the past. I'll go with this little house. It's a good house. Anyways, so movies that were good that we thought were crap. All right, I'm very
That were
not.
supposed to be good.
Supposed to be
It was
good,
Supposed
that-
to be good.
Oh,
They're
I
not
might have
crap.
misunderstood. All right, I'll
I
go.
mean, we said it to you like 5 times.
Yeah, whatever. I'll go second, so I'm not as featured then. I don't want to be featured in this.
I mean, I'll go first. I'm gonna stay away from Star Wars.
Yeah, I didn't touch
Avatar, man, Avatar. I didn't like Avatar, but that was just gradually. That was accepted by everybody. I'm going with Downsizing. That was a fucking terrible movie. Do not like you guys are talking about it. I'm just like fucking like.
All right, good to know.
It's such a shit movie.
All
I
right.
fucking turned it off, and I was like, I can't believe that I just watched that. San Andreas was an absolute shit movie with The Rock.
Yeah.
Do not watch that. These are all movies that like I've watched all of and literally got mad at myself for wasting 2 hours of my life. And then Skyline. I've never seen Skyline. That's a shit ass fucking movie too.
What's that one?
That was a sci-fi movie 15 years ago, 10 years ago or so. Basically, it's aliens come down and they abduct people. If you see their blue light, like it entrances you, and then they come get you pretty much. And basically, this whole movie, like it was in theaters and all that, and they made a second one and third one, I think, that did not make it to movie theaters because it did so bad. Basically, it's the whole movie is them in like a penthouse suite, and they're trying to figure out an escape plan, and then they figure one out. It doesn't work. The guy's pregnant girlfriend, fiance, whatever, lady friend gets taken. He gets taken. If you get abducted, you get turned into the aliens that then turn around and abduct people. Well, while he's being turned into an alien, he hears his girlfriend cry, and all of a sudden he overcomes the mental thing of it, and then he's a good alien, and then he just goes on a rampage, and like that's how it ends. And like for the most part, it wasn't that bad of a movie. And then like the second half, it had Turk from Scrubs in it. That's like the most notable actor that I can remember.
It was my second choice for.
Yeah, Scrubs is a great fucking show, man. But yeah, that was a shit movie.
I've never heard of like any of those.
Because of shit.
So
San Andreas is on a long list of The Rock movies. It's up there with like Rampage, I think was it? Where it's just like forced movies to get him out there.
What was the other one? Skyscraper, where he climbed a fucking building.
Yeah, it was a double amputee.
But I can climb a building.
Family. Then
Wait,
Diesel.
The Rock played a double amputee.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Oh
man.
Skyscraper.
That's a terrible movie too.
So what was the one you mentioned? The first one?
Downsizing. Matt Damon. So like my lists contradict each other. All right, so Earth is running out of resources, and yeah, I know. That's a thing for a lot of movies. I could have thrown in Greenland too. That's another terrible movie that I just watched. But anyways, downsizing basically is a run out of resources. So they came up with a plan, and it works to where they can shrink your body down to, a few inches tall.
Ant-Man size.
Yes. And because of that, it expands the resources. You have to voluntarily do it, but it also makes your dollar now like $1,000. So if you only have $10 to your name, you get downsized. Now you have like thousands of dollars. Okay. So like it's incentivize people to downsize, and then they're part of the rich and all that. It's just a terrible movie. It was Hollywood, and Matt Damon, to his credit, does a lot for like global warming, and a lot of like he does a lot of resource charities and stuff like that, especially water is his big one. I think this was Hollywood trying to like show the effects of global warming, and they just didn't do it in a exciting way. So unfortunately for global warming, it was made for a boring ass movie.
So it was a propaganda movie.
It was fucking terrible.
Right.
Just so fucking bad. Oh my god, it was so fucking bad.
They didn't explore like fetishes or anything? I'm sure there's tons of that. That would be crazy.
What?
All right.
You're too small to get your fucking mouth around anybody's dick.
Yeah, Kyle wants to be the gerbil.
Yeah, like what is he fucking like donkey punch the chick's clit 1,000 times? Like that doesn't work.
I just want to stick you inside of me.
Yeah.
Your whole body.
Yeah, I want you to poop me out.
I'm sure there's
no,
tons of things too. Like...
It was just bad. You want to watch? Go ahead and watch it. It was bad.
I'm good.
Bad.
Yeah, I had trouble finding movies I didn't like because I don't like to watch movies I don't like, so I just don't.
But all right, like you said it before, how do you know you don't like them then before you go into them? Because you don't like watching trailers. You don't like watching spoilers.
I don't know.
So like,
I just
like
don't watch a lot of
downsizing
movies,
the trailer
to be honest.
The trailer to downsize I thought looked good.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Okay.
watched it. Trailer for Skyline I thought looked good. That's why I watched it. When I watched it, it wasn't good.
Wasn't good.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't trust trailers. No. I don't know. I just don't watch a lot of movies. I watch more TV shows and play video games and stuff. So.
All right, what's a TV show that you thought was gonna be good?
I didn't plan for that. That would be.
All right, well, we'll come back to you then. Let Sean and Rick. Since you watched, I'm just saying with you watching more TV.
I do have 3, and you mentioned, I think, one of them already. The Avatar, not the Avatar. Avatar. It was so forgettable.
Yeah, our commenter mentioned Avatar.
When we say Avatar, are we talking like Blue Aliens Avatar or Avatar Last Airbender? With M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't think anyone liked that one. I don't think that could count.
That's what I'm saying. That was universally hated.
Yeah.
I never even watched it.
I didn't hate Avatar, but it was just like it was so like generic plot wise and
not good enough for 5 more sequels.
Yeah. And I didn't watch it in 3D, so maybe that's why, but
as the commenter here said, it was so much money and so many effects wanted on Avatar, and it was just blue Pocahontas.
Okay.
It's a solid point.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that Avatar had going for it is it started the 3D craze.
Yes.
After that, it was let's redo Titanic in 3D. Let's do this in 3D. Let's not everything, and that's why it didn't last. But that's like they put a lot of money into the effects, and that's what it's best known for. I don't think the plot is what it's best known for.
Yeah.
I can't argue. Like it's not that great of a movie, and it's long too.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot, I think, if we're gonna complain about the plot, which deservedly so, I don't think that was what a lot of people took from it.
That's another reason why, like, most movies like excel at least one thing, so they're good to somebody. But I did not like Transformers 2 what it was trying to do. Any of the Transformers past the first one, I didn't particularly like. They were supposed to be like fun action movies, but the action was so convoluted because there was just robot parts moving all over the place, and I didn't find them funny or anything. I could see why you would like them. I'm not trying to.
I can't even think of the plot for 2.
Me neither.
Or no, Revenge of the Fallen. Where they go to.
They're in the desert and shit. Yeah, I agree. I think after the first one, they're bad.
Yeah, the first
then
one
they
was
completely recasted everybody too.
Mark Wahlberg was in one of them, I think.
2 of them, the last 2.
Yeah, those were definitely the last one. The Last Night and I forget
yeah, he just finds Optimus Prime in the shed.
What?
You found him in a movie theater.
Oh, it's a movie theater.
Was he
just
watching
chilling.
a movie?
No, he was just sitting there
watching
at the truck.
Transformers. He was watching Debbie Does Dallas and he was stroking his muffler.
Yes, Optimus.
Transform!
Roll out.
Okay.
Bumblebee was terrible.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I agree. I think the first one was the best.
It was novel and stuff, and it was, I think, it was cool. But yeah, then the last one was Titanic, just because I don't know. It was the highest grossing movie for so long, and it's just like it's just a love story with a boat. I think I've mentioned that on the podcast, so it's not that surprising, but
there's boobies in it.
Oh, well,
I hate.
I'll take it off my list.
No, I'm fine with it on your list. I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but I'll watch it. It's something to have on in the background, I guess. But like I hate the highest grossing movie, blah 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 blah, because like it's back to being like Titanic. It'll re-release itself, and now it's back to being the highest grossing movie of all time. Avatar has re-released itself, not Age of Ultron, Endgame has re-released itself. Like all these top movies, and that's what they'll do. They'll wait like 2 years, they'll re-release itself, and now it's back to being the top movie. It's like, no, your first stint should be all that matters. After that, you're just banking more money.
Yeah, but there's movies you could re-release that wouldn't do well.
Well, right, but right now it's just a chase for the title.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't mean that they're good anymore. You know, they're trying to hold on to what little they want, that claim of it.
Put it on the DVDs or whatever.
Yeah, well, Titanic still has its double VHS, and Endgame's not even on VHS anymore, or ever.
I bet there's a copy somewhere. Somebody probably made a copy of it on VHS.
1000% no, it's not.
No, like
not like a legit. Yeah, well, right. Somebody faked
homemade.
It. Yeah. But even like the production company, they don't do that anymore. It's all digital.
Yeah, you can't even buy VCRs. Is that what they're called anymore?
I think you can.
Huh?
I think you can. They're just the VCR DVD combos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know. I just threw out all of mine.
I remember that was new age tech.
VHS.
Yeah.
My grandma has
the VHS DVD combo. That was like a hot item.
Blu-ray players with thousands of dollars.
I
remember it's like TV. Like I'm looking at a 60-inch TV, and it's like that was $5,000 10 years ago. I just got it for like $300, $400.
It didn't exist for a while.
Right.
All right.
You guys remember before Blu-rays came out, DVDs were doing DVD HD.
Yeah.
That died out real quick when Blu-ray kind of caught on.
I think Sony had a lot to do with that, actually.
They did, yes.
They backed that horse. But
this week's episode sponsored by Sony. Please give me a PS5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I forgot to mention this. If you go to Axhole in Las Vegas and yell "Beer League Bench Warmers," they'll give you 20% off. So that's pretty cool.
I wish people did that.
Come back and be like, it didn't work. Didn't yell loud enough.
I will say, I know Sean and Rick, you guys still have to talk. I'm sorry.
I do have a story about saying something like that too.
We went to Dollar General on our way to Lake Placid, and we had to get snacks or something. And I was wearing one of my Beer League Benchwarmer shirts, and this guy's just like, "This Beer League Benchwarmers mean?" Like I knew you can just tell he's one of those guys where it's like, you're gonna have to talk to him for an hour. Like I didn't want to be like, oh, it's podcast and me and my friend. Like I was just like, this is my hockey team. Like because it's like I just want to go. And then it was, oh, where do you play hockey? Like, dude, I'm trying to get away from you.
Yeah.
And then somehow we got into talk from Beer League Benchwarmers to the Buffalo Braves basketball team. Like I don't know how. And Buff State and all that. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to go, man.
And Dollar General, I don't want to be in this store.
Right. It's like that was the first bathroom we saw for an hour and a half. Like we just had to go pee and get a bag of chips. Leave me alone. If he's listening, hey, how you doing?
Back to Kyle's story there about yelling it really loud. You guys remember the restaurant that was on, I want to say Maple? It was right across from the high school there. It was called Uno's Chicago Bar and Grill. That's where Joe's Crab Shack was.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking like Lockport. I don't know why.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Well, when I was a kid and we went shopping, my parents and I went shopping at the Boulevard Mall, it's at the Boulevard, yes. And we went there for lunch after. My dad said, when you walk in, you have to yell Uno really loud like the game and you'll get your meal for free. I'm like, really? And I did. I didn't get my meal for free.
Dad, you've been gullible for a long time, Sean.
I was a kid, damn it.
Oh, hey, it's Nate. I'm behind you at the concert.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is why Sean has trust issues, but he doesn't. He's
just because I'm vaccinated doesn't mean I want strangers to talk to me now. It's very true. Like Rachel's been. There was a guy I work with that says keep 6 feet away from me, and like I want to make something like it. Basically saying I got the shot. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I just don't talk to people. So
Now, Sean, there is a restaurant in Disney where literally, if you want the ketchup, I think of you. There's about like 10 different bottles of ketchup, but they only go to one table at a time. So if you don't have the bottle of ketchup, you have to yell across the restaurant, "I want the ketchup."
God. I want the ketchup.
Yeah, like it's shit like
yelled.
that. Like it's stupid shit like that. Like that's the whole gimmick of this restaurant is kind of it's goofy, not the character Goofy, but just funky. And yeah, like you can ask your waitress or waiter, like, "I want the ketchup," and like that sucks. You gotta go ask for it. That's what it is. That's all.
Man, I would just do a ketchup heist.
I'd dominate in that restaurant then.
Right, like I think I could go without ketchup, but like I know Sean would eat it. But like that's not me just trying to like lead you on if you ever go to that restaurant. That like you literally have to do that.
That's fucking hilarious.
All right, Sean, Ricky, which one do you guys want to go for this movie?
Movies we hate, or it's movies that are supposed to be good? The entire Fast and the Furious series.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the 9th one is still getting the money that it's getting.
That's
People are fucking stupid that they even think that that's good. Cranked, the whole Cranked series 2, and the Expendables, they can all go fuck themselves.
Man, I wonder what all three of those movies have in common. All three of those series.
Yeah, actually, they do all have Jason Statham at some
I
point.
like that.
He's been doing Fast for a while though.
He's
like,
on the last three.
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the first one. I think I saw part of the second one, and then they just kept going. It's like, well, just stop. Why are you? But I mean,
they can't stop. They're going too fast.
People buy it
because that's family,
and it's insane. And you know what?
Yeah.
Part of me, because I love, like, just because I want to be mad, I hope that they make the Jurassic Park fucking. Fast
No, don't you shut your fucking mouth right now.
I want to be mad.
Shut your whore mouth right now. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know what I would be so pissed off if they were to do that.
I'm fucking going to Kansas. I'm gonna go and fucking re-break your leg if it's healed up by then. You go fucking shut your fucking mouth if they fucking do that shit.
But hey, look at how involved Vin Diesel is with Ark. Like, he's helping create the new game. He loves that shit. He's probably just as big a dinosaur fan as Sean is. So they're gonna do it.
No, I don't agree to that. I mean, you look at him as Groot. Yeah, he's only saying a few different words, but literally, like, in different languages, they usually just get a different actor to do that language.
Yeah,
all of the I Am Groots for all of the other languages is Vin Diesel. Like, he learned all of it. So, like, that's just kind of him, maybe? And, yeah, the Fast and Furious, like, I always wonder, like, how did you go from doing, like, fucking pink slips in the first movie?
Yeah, and stealing DVD players to now I'm gonna be world heroes.
Yeah, like, where was that transition?
Yeah.
Probably around 3 or 4.
Never understood it. And I've watched most of them.
Like, they went from
I've gone to the movie theaters to watch one of them where they had to go to Mexico and they drove through a tunnel in the mountain or whatever.
So I think
that's Fast and Furious.
I think this is the thing where it's like you guys, you can't watch it as a car movie. You have to watch it as like this is going to be stupid, ridiculous, over the top. And nothing's going to make sense.
It was a car movie, though. That's
how the first two were portrayed. It was as a car movie.
There hasn't been really good car movie action movies, has there?
They should do a GTA Jurassic Park Fast and Furious movie franchise. I'd be fine with a GTA Fast and Furious franchise.
I would love dinosaurs in GTA. That would be so cool.
Crazy mod.
That would be
so neat. Mods for everything.
Yeah.
Like, I was just watching Iron Man. I'm trying to go through the MCU. And, like, they showed just as many awesome cars in Iron Man than they do in nowadays Fast and Furious movies. And that's nowhere near based off of cars. Where Fast and Furious literally is a car movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cars in Disney movies are just sponsors.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
I mean,
can I rant for a second?
Yeah.
I hate car sponsorships in movies. It takes me out of the movie almost every time. It's like, look, there's a branding on a car. You now know this car is going to perform excellently and never take any damage, and it's going to be perfect in every shot. And it's so annoying. Okay, sorry. End rant.
I don't necessarily agree with that because if you look at Transformers, most of those cars were based off of branding and sponsorship. Like they had Mercedes and all of that,
Oh.
and they
had a
all
good
took
deal
damage.
then.
Like
Okay.
they all took damage. Like for the most part, you are absolutely 100% right.
Yeah.
But like they had, what was it? They had a Shelby in the one Iron Man. They had a nice blue and silver Shelby, and
Yeah, the one he wrecked.
flew over it. Like yeah, he fell right onto it. So like 99% of the time, you are absolutely correct. I probably just said the only other ones that aren't correct. But that's anything. It's like, oh, here's a Coke or me drinking a Bud Light.
Ah, that's refreshing.
Yeah, but like my cup, I can't drink like that. I gotta go like this.
Yep.
That's the way they gotta hold it. Really good. Like
Yeah.
that's just advertising. Stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, what was the other one?
Fast and Furious does have more family than Iron Man.
That's true.
Tony Stark died.
Yeah, they're dead.
So did his parents.
So just his parents, yeah. It's just his kid and terribly actress wife.
Are there any good car-based action movies you do like, Rick? No? I remember Gone in 60 Seconds was one. I don't know if that was good, though.
That might be the better one.
I suppose.
Need for Speed.
Considering... Oh, there's one, yeah.
That's a terrible movie.
There's kind of a drought in like, realistic-ish car-based ones. Oh, have you seen Drive?
Yeah.
The Rock?
Is that the one? I don't know. I'm thinking of the one with the scorpion jacket guy, and he doesn't ever say anything.
No, I don't know. Oh, I played the game. I
know
watched the movie.
What is the movie? I might have the title wrong. But yeah, that was like... It had Bryan Cranston in it, too.
It's got, Pretty Boy. What's his name? Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. That was a good one. I think that was a good one that they actually featured the cars.
Canadian boy.
So if you're looking for a good one, Rick, there you go. I don't know. I liked it. There's so many awkward silences, though. It's kind of weird. But yeah, anyways. Any other thoughts on your list, Rick?
No, I'm good.
Fuck Jason Statham.
Yeah,
make you a fuck Jason Statham shirt.
Fuck that guy.
Crank 2 is another one you can't really take seriously. Although I haven't seen it all the way through. But
not worth it.
All right. So Sean.
Yes.
Sean?
So I went with Justice League. Because it was fucking horrible. It was so all mashed together. It was so bad that they had to remake it and do his own director's cut because he said the movie was horrible.
No. The one you watched was the remake.
Yes. Because
Snyder Cut wasn't.
Yes, Snyder was supposed to be the original and he couldn't finish it, so.
Yes. So they remade it into a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Essentially, yes.
They took out the hot dog scene.
They were released before the other one. Yeah, I thought that was horrible. It was just way too much mashed together and all in one. Which brings me to the next one that was way too much mashed all together into one with stupid drama was Spider-Man 3. What the fuck was that? Like,
that Far
who
From
gives
Home
a shit
when you're in
about some
Europe?
stupid guy?
No, he's talking Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. Who gives a shit about Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man being emo and gothic? Who cares? Who fucking cares? He's supposed to save shit and save people. Nobody gives a shit if he can dance and sing and punch shit and I'm moody. Fuck you. Fuck that movie. Fuck Topher Grace. It was just too much bullshit all at once. It was horrible. They ruined that whole series because of that fucking movie.
Kinda.
There was a scene I remember I watched the movie with Kyle and they were like in the bar and like somebody was having a hard time. Bartender goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay." And then just like walks away. Like it was like the most awkward dialogue I've ever seen. Like that movie was bad. I agree with you there.
And then this one adds into the realm of they just butchered everything into it, was Dark Phoenix.
Mm.
The
You could
last
throw all of the X-Men movies into it. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of the X-Men movies. After the first one, they're all bad.
No, X-Men. I liked a lot of the X-Men movies.
Yeah,
but
I like the X-Ones, not Dark Phoenix.
that one. I didn't see it. My partner did, and she absolutely hated it. So
I didn't see it. The trailer didn't look good to me, so I didn't watch it.
I was interested because in the previous movie, the character or the actress who plays Phoenix, I think she was also in it. It was like Armageddon, which also wasn't a good movie. Maybe that should have been on my list. She does a thing where she does like the cartoon walk off the ledge and doesn't look down so she doesn't fall. And I was like, this is gonna be great, but apparently it wasn't. It wasn't
Say that
about
again. She said it was in
What the fuck did you just say? Like,
I don't know, but you said
Okay.
something about Armageddon.
This is gonna be
Apocalypse,
great,
my
but
bad.
it wasn't.
Apocalypse. Okay, I'm thinking like
I'm
Bruce
like, Liv
Willis?
Tyler was not in fucking Dark Phoenix.
Let me just confuse everybody.
He might have walked off the edge because they're on an asteroid and there's no gravity.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Where is it? But yeah, there was a part in the movie where she's like walking off of a building and she just doesn't fall and she just keeps walking. And Apocalypse. But yeah, that was not the basis for the movie at all. So
That's terrible. That whole franchise is terrible.
And then I had a couple honorable mentions. One that I did enjoy this movie, but I'm just pissed that they never did anything more with it, was John Carter. It was supposed to be a whole series and everything, and it just never panned out. Like, okay. I thought it was
didn't make enough money.
But... And then another one, also with the same actor, Taylor Kitchen or whatever, Battleship. Thought it was supposed to be a great movie, and it ended up being about fucking aliens. Like,
It's atrocious.
what the fuck?
If you called that movie anything else, it would have been fine.
Yes.
For the fact that it was a Hasbro board game.
The way they portrayed it, it was going to be like how the Battleship video or the board game was played out and everything, and it was about fucking aliens. Like, really? Come on.
Alien.
All the old World War II vets.
Yeah, like all of a sudden they
We're
showed
gonna go
up.
sail the Missouri. The Missouri is a decommissioned museum, but it's still got all the ordnance on it. We can fire all this shit. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, all the previous sailors, they lived right there, so that way they can go on it.
Yeah, they lived in Hawaii.
Fucking Rihanna.
Yeah.
And Rihanna's in it. I will say this: the girl that played his girlfriend, she's very attractive.
Well, yeah, they're in Hollywood for a reason. They're beautiful.
And then,
Great at sucking dick.
we all agreed on this because we had a whole episode on this. Was Godzilla?
What was it?
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes.
So that was Aaron.
Fuck,
See,
you
that's-
throw Mortal Kombat in there. I didn't like that.
I didn't even see it.
Don't.
I thought it was very good at what it was trying to do. It was just trying to be.
God, Scorpion only speaks in Japanese, except get over here, and then goes back to speaking in Japanese.
What the fuck?
Like, my God, how fucking forced do you have to do it?
It's fan service.
They're gonna do a series of those movies too.
Okay. I watched it. I was under the influence when I watched it, and I enjoyed it. They're probably not good if you're taking it seriously though. But yeah. It was
The only movies I'm gonna watch and not take it half seriously is movies like fucking Sharknado, Mecha Shark in the Swamp. You know, all those fucking stupid ass fucking sci-fi movies.
Yeah, straight to TV.
Yeah, if it's on HBO or like a straight to HBO or theaters or whatever, it's gotta be taken seriously. Like, that's using my money.
Mm-hmm.
Better be good.
There was a time when sci-fi movies were good, like way back early 2000s. Like they
late 90s, early 2000s. Yep.
yeah, they had their own. You know, they did all their own movies, put on their TV show. They had some decent movies, but yeah, once they hit like mid 2000s, late 2000s, they started using less money. and it was absolutely atrocious. And now you get shit like Sharknado.
Mhm.
Kyle.
Hey, they're going to be in
And seeing
Shark Week.
that picture, you're fucking enraging me. Quick question. Anybody seen Black Widow yet?
No.
Nope.
Have you?
Nope. I
I
saw
heard
it
it's good.
so did I. I also heard you don't need to see any of the Marvel movies to understand.
I am excluding Netflix. I am all caught up on Marvel. Even Netflix, I'm partially caught up on.
Can you watch that just on Disney Plus?
Yes.
You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. It's Premier Access.
Okay.
Which I was gonna look. I didn't see how much it was.
I can't remember.
Might be worth considering. All right.
I don't know. It pops up when I go to click on Amazon Prime on PlayStation.
Are you guys ready to talk about the draft?
I am now.
I guess so.
Okay. was there any other bad movies you wanted to talk about first?
There's so many bad movies.
We could probably do another topic in a different frame differently to get more specific top bad movies. I do enjoy talking about bad movies.
You don't watch any, so how would you know?
Yeah.
I know it's a
I will admit though, in the midst of that conversation, you're like, "Oh, I didn't watch all of it because it was so bad." So you have watched bad movies. You just don't watch all of it. You don't give it a chance to be better like we do, and then we get mad at ourselves.
And still,
Yeah.
Yes, it's still shit.
Yeah.
So
we
one thing
just
I
waste
found
time.
as I've grown up, I am a quitter. I will quit things that I do not like very easily.
Yeah, he's a quitter. You only got one knuckle deep.
I only got what?
One knuckle deep into your pooper.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Anyways, so I don't know what's up with the draft. Apparently, there's a hockey draft.
Saturday? I think it was next Saturday.
21st or the 23rd?
Whatever that is. Yeah. Next weekend. Good broad statement. There is the Seattle Kraken NHL expansion draft. So each team has to submit its protected list to where Seattle cannot take its players.
Oh.
Who are untouchable.
Yes. If they have a no trade clause, a no move clause, they either have to be protected or they have to waive that clause.
Yes.
If they are RFAs, they are protectable.
Yeah, there's exempt lists and stuff.
You have to play a certain amount of games. You have to be so old.
Yeah.
Like there's some players, like Dylan Cousins is a young player for the Sabres. He doesn't have to be protected because he hasn't played enough in the league to be eligible to be taken. You can either submit a list of 7 skaters, 3 defensemen, or 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 1 goalie, or
9 skaters.
8 skaters and a goalie.
Okay. So for our hockey team, did you protect us all, Jake, since you're the coach?
Why did you move my picture?
I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could. Honestly.
You're really confused at heart.
And I figured that you and Sean would probably be talking more, so now you guys are featured.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did I protect us? No, Kyle left you available. Fear nobody wants you. You just admitted to being a quitter. Yeah.
I mean, there are things that I don't quit on. I'm not trying to say I quit everything, but yeah.
I can't quit you.
Exactly.
I don't like men's no more.
I don't think Cal knows that video.
No, oh man. I love that video.
It's a Jesus video, Kyle.
Oh, it's amazing. I don't like men's no more.
Oh, one of those stupid "you're healed" or whatever. Power of Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
God, you ready, Sean?
I am, yes.
You can go ahead.
All right. Well, I know one that's going to be on all of our lists is Jeff Skinner because he has a no movement clause.
Okay.
So, and he already said he was not going to waive it. So that's a solid bet. I think they'll probably protect Jack Eichel because they don't want to give him away for free. They're just going to give him away for assets. Same thing with Sam Reinhart. I think they'll protect him because they're going to end up trading him or moving him at some point, I think. I said Victor Olofsson because he's an up and coming youngerish star who's played pretty well. Casey Middlestad had a decent season last year, so I think they'll keep him around. Not a huge fan of him, but he grew on me toward the end of the year. Same thing with Rasmus Asplund. Wasn't a big fan of him, but I think they're gonna save him. He started playing pretty well, and I have a feeling that they're gonna pull some stupid dumb move and they're gonna protect Kyle Okposo for forwards.
Well, we agree on 6 out of 7 of those. It's gonna be a quick topic.
So what do you think they're gonna protect him, even though they shouldn't?
I don't know. The leadership role, the veteran role, I guess, more along the lines.
Okay. And who would you prefer?
I would rather them protect like Anders Bjork or even that Drake Kajula. I don't know. I thought he was all right, but I really didn't get much of a sample size of him.
The good thing
I will say, just because it's only a difference of one player, we can go do the forwards and then defense.
Okay.
I picked Tage Thompson over Kyle Okposo. I completely agree. Either one,
I hope they
terrible.
I hope they.
But the team, he is the last remaining piece of a trade that failed to them with the Ryan O'Reilly trade.
That's a good point.
So they're gonna hang on to it in hopes that it pans out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's my only difference. Everybody else, you picked Kyle Okposo. I think he gets traded to Seattle with like a pick or whatever, so that way they don't pick whatever player. And instead they protect Tage Thompson. That's the only difference I have of forwards.
All right, so for defense, I went with Rasmus Ristolainen, which I think they'll protect him because they're going to trade him to get assets. They don't want to lose him for nothing, which I could see happening. Rasmus Dahlin, because you don't want to not protect your number one overall pick that was supposed to be the next coming of the great defenseman in the league who hasn't yet panned out, but still hopes. And Henry Jokiharju, who's defensive pair together with Dahlin, seemed like they were a good pair together. So, and I'm worried that leaves like Will Borgen and Jake McCabe open. So, and Davidson.
I will say I agree with 2 out of 3 of those. So there's only one difference. We only have 2 differences so far. I bet they leave Ristolainen available because, you don't want to give him up for nothing, but he's also a $5+ million cap hit, where Will Borgen is younger and a lot cheaper.
I agree. I mean,
so they protect Will Borgen. I mean, he is almost $5 million cheaper.
Yeah,
he's 2 years younger.
And he played pretty well.
I think, he's an RFA, so you got to get re-signed. Yeah. But if you lose Ristolainen, he's going to be on his contract year anyways. I think if he was going to get traded, I think at this point he would be traded by now.
By now, yeah, I agree.
So I think you leave him available, honestly, in hopes that you trade Kyle Okposo in a pick to tell Seattle to take Ristolainen, and then you just cleared up $10+ million in cap space.
Even if you retain even a quarter of it, it wouldn't be that bad.
You're right. So that's what I would do. I would leave Borgen, who's younger and better defensively, and a lot cheaper. Where if you're Seattle and you see Will Borgen, you would take him. He wouldn't. Davidson, he'd probably be left alone. Where I don't think Will Borgen would be. He'd be taken.
Yeah, I think I mean, the talks, from what it sounds like Colin Miller might be the guy that is gonna go.
He'd be fine if he was gone. Jake McCabe, I don't want him back. He just tore anything that ended in CL, UCL, ACL, MCL. He tore everything.
He's lucky he's
not going to be half the player that he was. And even if he was 100% of the player, it's still not a great player.
No, he
And he's
wasn't
still
the
a
greatest.
free agent, so you have to bring him back, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So I'd be fine if he was gone.
And you got a lot of up and coming young defensemen.
That's the only place that we have prospects in. So that's I would be fine losing Risto, McCabe, Miller, on any of those three. I'd be fine losing.
I'm good with that.
I'd dangle those three in front of Seattle. Say pick one.
Yep. And then goalie, I'm assuming you went with Hallmark.
Yep. It's the only one you can go with. I mean, I don't know who else.
Buck Hutton. Tokarski wasn't anything, and who are you going to protect? Hauser because he had 2 fucking games.
Tokarski got his first win in 8 years.
Yeah,
that season.
And then I just went with a couple like notable guys that are exempt. Like you got that Ars2 Rustalainen, who's safe. Cousins, Quinn, Matesh Pakar's safe. JJ Paterka, Samuelson, Jacob Bryson, Lawrence Pilot, who's technically still under our contract, but he plays in the KHL, and then UPL and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah, that's they got a decent amount still protected.
Yeah. Up and coming, young team, still prospects. But the way it sounds that if Eichel gets traded, it won't be until at least the NHL entry level draft.
It was supposed to have been weeks ago. It was supposed to be this week. Everybody's just there was a report that their relationship is fine now.
So it's like, that they had to come to an agreement or something on something. So it was like, okay,
instead of him getting the treatment that he wants, and instead of him getting the treatment that they want, they found a treatment that they mutually agree on.
Yeah.
So it's like,
congratulations.
Who knows what the real report is? Everybody's just throwing shit at the wall, hoping that something sticks, and they can be like, "I was the first to say that."
Yeah.
That's all it is right now with this.
Even then, that's such a broad answer. Oh yeah, they come to a mutual agreement on this. Okay, well, is that still a mutual agreement that we let him do this, but we're still going to trade him, or we let him do this and it patched everything up and he's going to stay, or we let him do this and we're going to, let him go? Like,
if Eichel's here, I think Reinhart stays.
I agree.
I mean, Reinhardt's still got to do one more year of RFA, so he'll only sign like a 1-year tender, and then he'll leave after that if Eichel's gone. But if Eichel stays, Reinhardt might sign like a 3-year deal then.
So who you?
He just told you it's done right now. What did you come here for? What did you come down here for?
Oh,
to get delivered more. Get delivered.
Get delivered.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I thought I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now, listen. Y'all praise God with him. Hold on. Wait a minute.
That poor fella. He just wants to live his life, and the church won't let him.
Oh no, he admitted that he did it for the publicity.
I was gonna say,
yeah, he's still gay.
Got paid?
Yeah, he's still carrying a purse. He still loves Benz. He has not been delivered.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
Who do you think Seattle will select? I mean, I know it's tough because we don't know what the protected list is going to be.
Right.
I'm okay.
I know they're not selecting Kyle.
What was that?
I sneezed, I think.
It wasn't?
Yeah.
Who wants the carrots?
I don't get it.
It's GM joke. Who do they take? If Olofsson's available, it's Olofsson. I think after that, it's a defenseman. I don't know who. Maybe
You don't think they'll protect Olofsson?
I don't know. It depends. I think they value Tage Thompson over Olofsson based on what I said. And if they can't move Kyle Okposo, then you're forced to do him. So it'd be either Asplund or Olofsson. Olofsson's got the bigger price tag. I view him as a power play specialist and nothing more. He's not much more on 5-on-5. His analytics say he's shit 5-on-5. He got better under Granato, who they just hired as a coach, so maybe they valued that. But I think that last spot for protective list would come down to Asplund or Olofsson. And I personally would take Asplund. I think he's a perfect bottom 6 guy. He's going to score you some goals. Your power play. I mean, if you get Jack Eichel, Jeff Skinner, Sam Reinhart, like who else do you need on for? Dylan Cousins.
Right.
Your second power play unit doesn't need to be
stellar.
It's out, yeah. But then, yeah, I think after that, it's your Colin Miller, your Jake McCabe, your Ristolainen.
Yep.
Maybe even Hutton. Who knows?
On the bright side, he's gone either way. So
Yeah, he be gone.
I have a feeling they're going to take Gergensons.
I think the price tag scares him off. I mean, I can check out. Here. He is $2.2 million for 2 more years. And he is a perfect fourth line center or winger, penalty count. But I don't think he's worth that price tag.
No, I don't either.
So that's why I don't think that. I think they'd probably value something more at that price, where you could get what's Olofsson making? Olofsson making less than $1 million more, and he scores you 20 more goals. I think you take Olofsson. Even Asplund.
He's probably like league minimum.
Asplund's 800,000. He's got no more years, so you got to sign him. But still, he's going to be making $1 million, 1.1 million, whatever it is. And he's going to get you the same exact as production as Zemgus Girgensons. So I think Girgensons is just overpriced for what he is, which just means it's a shit fucking contract that the Sabres gave him.
Yeah, that he didn't even get to play an ounce of.
Yep. Which would also scare away Seattle. Why would you pick a player at $2 million who might not even be able to be half the player he was when he wasn't even that great of a player to begin with? So you take a guy like Asplund or Olofsson where you know what they are and that they're healthy. So that's who the fuck knows? I don't know what the protected list is, but
right.
I don't. Girgensons doesn't crack my top 5. You're all right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Keep your chair.
My cat is
Humping your leg.
1 second.
Yeah, it's best to let him finish.
My cat was asleep in a cat carrier on top of another cat carrier, and my chair was running into it, so it almost fell over. It's like a.
How's your chair running into? Is it on wheels?
Yeah. It just goes around.
Oh, yeah, like a computer chair. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the office.
Anywho.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I got. That's what I think it's gonna happen. We'll see.
What's your bold statement of the draft? I just thought of one, so.
What's a bold statement?
What's your bold statement? Just an entire draft. Doesn't have to be about
thing?
Sabres.
I don't know. I think I really don't know.
I'll say Marc-Andre Fleury gets drafted in the second straight expansion draft.
I could see that.
I was gonna ask the question of, do you think what's Vegas gonna do with their goalies?
There's been rumors that they're moving him.
Yeah.
So why not leave him available?
They had between him and Robin Leonard, they have $10 million locked up between goalies. Like that's a lot of money to have locked up in one position. Like look at Montreal.
I was gonna say that's all in one goalie in Montreal.
Yeah. Oh, I
that's
know.
all in one goalie in Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I agree. It's a lot of money. I don't think you should have more than $5 million locked up into the entire position group.
And I think that's my bold statement. I think Florida leaves Bobrovsky unprotected.
But does he have a no move?
I don't believe so, but I don't know. Or it's going to be something crazy like Malkin, which I think he's got a no move too. But like, I think Pittsburgh's going to start moving on here soon from a lot of their big guys. It's not, and I don't think could be.
Excuse me.
Going to Seattle draft wise, but I think there's going to be some pretty big changes too coming team wise. Like I think Colorado's going to get rid of Landeskog. I bet he goes somewhere.
As far as Pittsburgh goes, I bet you they keep Crosby, Malkin. I think Letang's the odd man out. So like how Fleury was.
Yeah, I could see.
Bobrovsky does have a no move clause.
Okay, so
$10 million.
Yeah, when you got two goalies in the pipeline that are.
There was I can't remember what his name was, but there was this goalie for Columbus. He was in their system. He was really good and he was really young, but we could try to get him.
I don't know about that one.
He might be on the IR.
Yeah, LTIR. Permanent IR.
He's dead, Kyle.
He died on Sunday.
Okay.
From fireworks. That's the reason I said that.
Okay. Never mind. So, do you guys think that this expansion draft will? Because the Vegas Knights were super successful, right? Did they win their first year?
They
No,
made
they not won a
They went, but
the
they didn't
worst
win.
season they've had is going to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides that, it's been nothing but Stanley Cup Finals.
Do you think that this next team will also be as successful?
No, not as successful.
Okay.
I don't believe.
I think they will be successful. I think they'll be playoff teams. I don't think they'll be as successful as going to Stanley Cup Finals 3 out of 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty high standards, I suppose. Okay.
Very high. I think that they'll be in the playoffs. I think they'll have success. They'll immediately be better than the Sabres by a long shot. But
I wonder that.
I hate the expansion now, where it just is such a step to succeed. Where
maybe the Sabres should.
When the Minnesota Wild, they were an expansion team in 2000, I think it was, and it was Minnesota Wild, who was the 2000 expansion team, and then the Vegas Golden Knights, who was 17 expansion team.
Mm-hmm.
They were in a playoff series, and when the announcement was like, "Oh, the Wild have been around for 20 plus years. They've only won 7 series. You know, Knights have been around for 4 years, and they've won 5." Well, in 2000, the expansion rules were completely different. You were getting AHL starters and your fourth liners, where you're literally getting. You got a 3-time Stanley Cup champion and Marc-Andre Fleury already from the day one roster. Like how? How you get a 30+ goal scorer and Marchessault from Florida? How?
Yep. William Karlsson, who scored 40 goals in his first year there in Vegas.
You're getting first line talent.
Yeah, like when Columbus and Nashville came in, they were fucking dog shit teams forever. Or when
Sharks still hold the record for the worst inaugural season by an expansion team, which they had 11 wins in an 80 or 82 game season. So I mean that's how it used to be though. Like every team you knew was going to be bad.
Yep.
Every team.
You knew you were getting a team. Okay, we got to draft well, and then we might be good.
We start our own image. We don't want to build off rejects from other teams.
Which it's still not rejects.
No, yeah.
It's just like the teams are able to protect 20 players, and now you're able to protect 7 or 8 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to talk out of my ass for a second. I think it probably has to do with what?
Let me your rear.
Not literally, figuratively. I'm going to talk about something I am uneducated on and probably say incorrect statements. I'm assuming the NHL probably charges a lot of money for an expansion team, so they want to increase the market and be like, hey, look at the Vegas Knights. They won right away. They're getting return on their investment. You need to pay us a lot of money to get a new team.
Yeah.
That's just a guess, though. I have no actually.
I think it's more of, I mean, it's Las Vegas. And honestly, if I were running a series, I would probably do the same thing, because you want the series to grow. And how do you expect a series to grow by, all right, we have a brand new team starting in the city that's never had it. You're going to be shit for the next 5 years. Like, how do you expect that to grow? I mean, it's a city. It's Los, especially like the city of Las Vegas. Just as the example, if the Vegas Golden Knights are doing terrible, what are you gonna? You're not gonna go to that game. It's Las Vegas. You
There's
could
so
go
much
do
more shit to do.
anything else you want.
I
So
will say
mean,
that's what excites me is when Vegas is bad. What's the environment like then?
Yep.
yeah, like
How bad
how
are
many
they?
people are
Are
gonna
Great
be going?
environment when you're going to the Stanley Cup Finals every year.
Yep. It's like, what are the Raiders going to be like? How's that crowd going to be when they open that stadium up? Like, that team is shit. They've been shit for a while, and they're going to be shit for a while longer.
Yep.
It's going to be, I mean, that you'll be able to tell that. They'll go the first year. They're going to have good tickets, obviously, but towards the end of the season, when they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, who's gonna want to go watch a shit team 6,
Mhm.
8 years out of the third? I don't even know how it works. Is it now? It's 7. Is it 17 games or 18 games?
17 games.
Home games
Against Buffalo fan base will.
Who gets more home games?
We went through a long ass drought. We still went the games.
Oh
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, you're going to have one team gets more road games than the other teams.
I
So
forget what it is. I know, for instance, like the Bills, they have 9 home games this year. It's not going to be 9 home games every year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to alternate, but I'm wondering how they're going to do that.
Mhm.
So
I don't know. I don't like the 17 game season. So
On the note too that you were saying about Vegas being so good and then Seattle coming in, Seattle is going to be in Vegas's division going forward in the Pacific Division.
maybe.
if they go back to the normal conferences and everything, hopefully they do that, because I
believe they are.
I would not give a single fuck if next year was Vegas against Seattle in the Stanley Cup. That would ruin a lot of the NHL for me. Like, what?
But a lot of it's based off of the border.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to open up if they don't have the border open, they're not just going to take the Canadian teams, have a North Division, and then all the rest of the remaining normal regular divisions just missing is Canadian.
Yeah,
that was pretty much the point of this year, was because the teams. So I know they want to get back to normal, but it's
all going to depend on that. Yep.
Yeah, because if you did that, the Sabres division would only be 4 teams.
Right.
Tampa.
And then you have another division that's got whatever 6 or 8, whatever it is. Yeah. So it's like it's completely out of the NHL's control. I'm sure I would hope they have a contingency plan if this happens, or if that happens, or if this happens. But it's the NHL, so I don't know.
Yeah.
The fee for Seattle to get a team was $650 million.
Vegas paid $500.
Yeah. I think it grows each.
You have to pay to even get your to apply for it.
Yep.
Like, so if Buffalo wants to get a Major League Baseball team, they have to pay money to even be eligible to get it. And then if they do get it, then they have to pay even more money.
Yep.
Wow.
The NLL, I think, is just a $5 million to get in. So if you're ever looking for a small investment,
that's why,
franchise.
You want to talk about franchises are gonna be struggling in Vegas. The NLL.
Yeah.
It's a struggling game.
Yeah. Struggling industry.
Yeah. To where it's not going to be booming.
Well, that they have other leagues now they're competing against them. Was it the MLL or whatever?
There's always been. There has always been. It's a lot. So basically, NLO is the only indoor lacrosse league. And then there's like 4 other outdoor lacrosse.
Yeah, and all the outdoors are during the summertime.
Yes.
Whereas NLL is during the winter. Which, I mean, that's going to be, for the people going, like, spending money on. I'm sure some of them will. Like, all right, do we want to go to a Vegas Knights game this week, or do we want to go to the NLL game this week, or vice versa? Like, so.
It depends if they're good. If it's Vegas is good and the NLL is, well, the NLL, and you're gonna pick going the Golden Knights. Like, that experience is gonna be just monstrous over anything the NLL can do. But yeah, like current Bandits player, like Dane Smith, he's like the #1 Bandits player. He plays for other teams and other leagues because they go on during different times.
Yep.
The good players in the NLL, they can play lacrosse as their career because they're playing in so many different leagues to make money. Your subpar average players in the NLL, they are your teachers, your nurses. Like, the NLL is their second job, pretty much.
All right.
But, I mean, to say, going back to what Rick said about teams getting in and then struggling, I mean, that's how it was. Yeah. Like, the Thrashers, that's how they were, and they were just bad forever. Yep. I know it was their second try of a franchise in Atlanta. But, like, Columbus, they were bad forever. They were the laughingstock of the league forever, but they stuck around. They built a fan base. Nashville, they were pretty bad. Minnesota was really bad for a while. Like, that's how it was, and it was growing pains nonetheless, but it still was growing pains, where now the league has completely removed any growing pains and made it more difficult. They made it more difficult for the other teams than they did for the new team.
Yep, they want you to succeed now. They want that to grow.
Yes, they want instant gratification.
Yep. They want quick return on their investment.
The Sabres should disband, wait like 2 years, and then do an expansion draft.
Sure.
Probably. I don't know.
Sean, you said you got questions?
I have one. It's a hockey-related one. Would you rather have Gretzky's stats and win no cups, or win 4 Stanley Cups in a row?
Ooh.
Gretzky's stats.
Make a lot more money with those stats than having real bad stats being a fourth liner.
Patrick Maroon just won 3 Stanley Cups in a row.
Yeah.
You want to be Patrick Maroon?
Nope.
He's gotten in those 3 Stanley Cups in the entire seasons, regular season and playoffs. He's got a combined of 14 goals.
Did you say you got Gretzky stats, but you've never won a Stanley Cup?
You win no cups, yeah.
I think I'd prefer the winning 4 in a row, honestly. That'd be so hype. And then you could retire and be like, yo, I won 4 times. I don't even
but you're not going to have any money when you retire. You sell your championship rings, and when you're 52 years old, you ain't got no money.
Nothing's saying you're not making league minimum.
Yeah.
Which, yes, league minimum is a lot, but your agent takes a lot and all of that. Like, so
escrow and
maybe
right.
I'm attracted to it because I think it's more realistic. Because there's no way I'm ever going to have Gretzky stats.
Well, none of us are.
But
none of us close to the NHL. How the hell are we going to win a fucking Stanley Cup?
But there's a 0.0001 chance.
No, it's not, Kyle. It's all zeros. All zeros.
My ship has sailed. At our age, Kyle, we are over the hump for NHL players.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, players are usually my weight, but with muscle. Not me.
And pads.
Kyle, the hill that most NHL players, once they hit this age now, especially now in the league, is 26, 27, 28 years old. If you're
dead, we might as well be in the casket.
If you're older than that, they call it the 30 slump, and you're fucking shot.
Yeah, no, I'd rather have Gretzky's stats.
Same here.
And that's only like, there's nothing saying you can't win an Olympic medal.
Yeah.
Which I would rather win an Olympic medal than I would a Stanley Cup championship.
Talked about that. Yep.
So, but B, it also sets you up for your future and your family's future.
If money wasn't an issue, if it was you're getting the same amount of money either way,
that's not possible. That's not the real world.
Hypothetically, then yes, I would take the Stanley Cups.
Yes, like you're literally taking the one thing away from it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Hypothetically, if you chose the other one, would you still choose the other one? Like, oh no. Like, this is like you're thinking of the one leverage that the other one has.
Well, I'm just saying, there's other advantages because then you're god tier at hockey and you're
No, you're not.
Well,
like I mean, like you look at the Islanders
choking,
of the '80s. Those guys won
4 in a row.
4 in a row, right? Or Edmonton, like they won 3 in a row. Like if you're not Yuri Curie or Mark Messier or Gretzky, like nobody knows who was the fourth line center of that team.
Couldn't tell you.
Fuck knows. But you know what? I bet you he's selling cars out in fucking Alberta.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck cares?
He tells people, and like, you're lying.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gotta be like, well, just Google
That's
my
fair.
name. And then
Yeah.
I bet you if you Google his name, his car dealership comes up before his fucking NHL records come up.
Maybe. What about you, Sean? What would you do?
Stats all the way.
Stats all the way.
All right.
Had them stats.
Exactly. If I could have the Gretzky stats and just okay, cool. I'm the greatest ever. I had the most goals, most points, most assists.
I had
Congratulations.
more assists than anybody else had
And
points.
Yep.
I'm
Like,
assuming
I
then-
could have gone 0 goals, but all of my points or all of my assists, and I still would have the most points in NHL history.
You'd probably have a very frustrating team in some way, though, because if you're doing all this crazy stuff, but you're still losing.
Well, that would
He
That was
did
it
all
after-
right.
That was his entire career after Edmonton. He didn't
Yeah,
win
when he
a
went to
single.
the Kings.
which
So, I mean-
brings. Go ahead, Drake. Sorry.
I was just saying, like he only won those cups in Edmonton. After he left Edmonton, he didn't win anything. But he was still putting up 240, 260 points a season.
Which brings up a great point, though, too. Kyle saying that the guy's putting up these great stats and whatnot. Look at Connor McDavid right now. He just scored 106 points in 54 games. Edmonton is shit. They aren't doing shit. Leon Draisaitl and him combined, 2 years in a row for 100 points. Like, these guys are putting up stellar numbers, and it doesn't amount to anything. When these guys, they want to win. They want to win cups. They want to do this. Like, same thing with Jack Eichel wanting to leave. He wants to go somewhere where he's going to win. Stats mean a lot, yeah, sure, but their end goal game is to win the Stanley Cup. That's what they want. But
Stats aren't anything or everything, but if you can only choose one or the other, like obviously you want both.
oh yeah, for sure.
But if you can only choose one or the other, I would, for my personal gain, which at the end of the day, when I'm 50 years old,
Yep.
what my
This is
teammates
right.
doing now is totally irrelevant to me.
Yep.
I need to be
That's
set
fair.
up. My family needs to be set up.
In the long run,
Was
the stats are supposed to coincide with winning
Mhm.
cups, which hence what like Gretzky did.
Gretzky, Crosby.
It wasn't that long ago that
Ovechkin.
Mike Eruzione sold all of his shit from his USA days
Yeah,
because
because
he
you
had
know what
so
he did
money.
in the NHL? Nothing. Literally nothing. Didn't play a single game in the NHL.
Oh man.
But he
Only
is
a handful of guys. that did.
in Hockey Hall of Fame.
Weird.
It's because winning the end goal doesn't mean that you're going to be good or you're going to be set up for your life.
That's true.
Yeah, you win
Yeah.
4 in a row, but you're also the second to last guy to hold it on the team
Yeah.
during
Yeah, the fucking
celebration.
equipment manager's got it before you do.
I forgot how huge the teams are too. So.
Second to last guy.
Right. If
to
you
get
want
it.
to say you're the first line
Mhm.
of the team that wins it for 4 Stanley Cups in a row, I'd probably pick that.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
saying you're doing good, but you're not the greatest.
You're good at the
necessarily.
intangibles.
Yes. So
Can't put a number on friendship.
it's not a straightforward answer, but at the same time, like with what you're given, this
Yeah, I
or
don't-
that, you got to pick. And
I don't want to be Chris Thorburn and win the Stanley Cup with St. Louis and played 6 games in the Stanley Cup in the playoffs that year. Like,
Mhm.
but it's still my name's etched on the cup because I was there. Yay!
I mean, it's so cool. Like if you win it as that guy, you're still going like I'm a Stanley Cup champion.
Oh yeah,
But like if you're in a fork in the road of your career and you get to choose which
Mhm.
direction you're going,
I take this pill or I take this. If I do this, I
take
can
the red pill, you're a Stanley Cup champion 4 times in a row, or you take the blue pill and you're Gretzky.
Yep.
Gretzky. All right, I got a question. 2 questions.
All right.
What actor did such a good role in a movie that only he or she could do it? No,
Good job, or just such a specific character that was like seemingly designed for that actor.
I mean, I guess either, like, because like I immediately think of like Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like he did such an amazing job that if anybody else takes that, like Christian Bale was Batman for a while, but I actually didn't mind Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, there's been so many Batmans.
So many Spider-Mans too.
I'm gonna say anything by Robin Williams. Just he was just so specific. They did the genie in
I was gonna say like
the Will
they've
Smith
done
one,
this
and they
and it did
basically
not have
just
good reviews.
remade the character completely differently. He has a different sense of humor and stuff, and it's just.
And that's what you got to do. You can't. If you were to make Iron Man, you'd have to make him a different kind of Iron Man.
Probably, yeah.
You would do Captain America, like they did. They had to make it a different kind of Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one then.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. I can't see anybody else playing Wolverine.
Yeah.
I guess that's just that prized role.
Oh man. And, yeah. Have you seen Logan?
I have not seen Logan.
I love that movie. That is what I wish every Wolverine scene were in all of the X-Men was the movie Logan. It was just angry Wolverine cutting people's arms and legs off with his claws. Like that didn't happen enough in X-Men. A lot of it was him stabbing people. Like was it but I mean this was him just slicing heads off. It was insane.
Who do you got, Kyle?
Oh, Robin Williams doesn't count.
You picked Robin Williams. That's right. I'm sorry. Then
I'm gonna see
Sean
if I can
picked
get it.
Jackman.
I don't know.
Good answer. Good answer.
Oh,
Trying to go. I mean,
it's a bit. Yeah.
Superheroes are pretty much like the likely route. Like you can't be like, oh, if they chose somebody else besides Matt Damon and Saving Private Ryan, like it wouldn't fucking matter. But like,
I have a thought, and I don't want it. I mean, because I picked Tom Hanks, I don't want it to be like biased for Tom Hanks. But Forrest Gump, I don't know if I was a big fan of that movie. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
who else would be Forrest?
Right?
Well, that's it.
Like, that's it. Like, yeah, you could be like, oh, if somebody else was Ace Ventura and Jim Carrey, like if they picked Will Ferrell or whatever, like
It would just be so different.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, that'd be totally different. But like, you got to think of somebody else to take it. You can't just be like, oh, they recasted them to whoever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who could do that. I don't know.
Another one that I mean, I kind of along the lines, but it was only really for one movie. Was thinking like Bradley Cooper in American Sniper. Like he played that role really well. Like,
He did a good job. I mean, it's tough. Yeah. The little one-off movies, because it's like, okay, anybody could train that way to get to that type. You know, Mark Wahlberg kind of did it with Lone Survivor. That's why I think of superheroes, because usually it's over a course of time. They build up that relationship with you, that on-screen relationship. RDJ is like mine. I can't imagine anybody else being.
Yeah. I got two more. What's his name? The guy from Back to the Future, the mad scientist guy.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
He was so specific.
Doc Brown.
That's a good one.
I love Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, and I was just thinking of Gene Wilder as Charlie or Willy Wonka. That's
a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh, boys.
It was perfect. I miss Gene Wilder. He was so good.
He did.
I had another one, but I can't remember. Whatever. That's good enough.
I got one more question. If you were stranded, and see, this is a question that I did terrible English to, so bear with me. I'm trying to piece it together like a dyslexic little boy. If you're stranded on a desert island and you can only watch one Marvel movie over and over again, you know, like that's the only type of outside world type shit that you can do, what movie would it be? I will say this question, the creator of 26 Shirts, Del Reed, tweeted out weeks ago. I was like, that's a good question. And I will reiterate my answer.
What's the longest one?
I would say it'd have to be either Endgame or Infinity War. One of those two. I could.
It doesn't have to be the longest, like what Kyle said. Like it could go on loop.
Yeah, I would pick Endgame or Infinity War. I really don't know which one I prefer. I think I prefer Infinity War over Endgame, but
I think I do too, actually. but that's not what I picked. I picked either the Guardians of the Galaxy because not only are they great movies, they're also amazing soundtracks. So not only are you getting a great movie, you're getting amazing music.
That's a good pick. I like that. This is the box. Jake's thinking outside of it. Over here. Yeah.
I'm outside the box on my island.
I think I would go for probably Endgame, just because there's probably so many hidden details and Easter eggs. You could watch it in like quarter speed and you'd find so much extra stuff. And I don't know if killing time is going to be important on this island.
Killing time, yeah, but you also need to like prepare stuff. So like you could be listening to music at Guardians of the Galaxy while you're building your shack.
Well, then I could study the techniques they use, and I could use those techniques to fight animals and trees and stuff.
If I remember correctly, Del Reed picked Thor Ragnarok, which is a great movie.
I think
there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what movie you pick, you'll probably get sick of.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why I went for like a double shot.
Okay.
But like I said, there's no wrong. I mean, all of them have like Iron Man's got good music. It's got War Pigs in it, and obviously Iron Man. You know, a bunch of Black Sabbath.
Sean is still computing.
I know. Sean's like.
I can see the screens he's thinking about.
Yeah, there's a little gerbil in his head, and it's fucking running like hell.
Try on the butt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the first Avengers. I'm a big fan of Age of Ultron. I mean, Ragnarok's a great one. Original Iron Man. If I had to pick one, I'd pick the original Avengers, first Avengers.
Okay.
There are scenes in that movie that like I forget about. Those are like that's why I like watching the old one, because we watched first Captain America weeks ago. And I was like, yo, that's such a great movie.
It is.
Like I forgot about this part. And then watching Iron Man the other day when I was at work. Man, this is a great movie too. So it's like I need to keep watching them. I'm going through them. But yeah, like that question, there's no wrong answer. They're all great movies. Well, for the most part, they're all great movies. There's some misses, but.
Do any of them feel old to you now? Like when you watch.
Fucking Iron Man does. Oh my god. How fucking young RGJ looks. And it's so crazy.
I just
remember
his my
personality from Iron Man to Endgame has changed immensely. You want to talk about character development? Holy flying fuck. Like Captain America has changed a little bit too. Hulk is only really in the Avenger type movies, so like you only get a little bit of him. But like Thor has changed a lot too, where he's Mr. Mythical in the first Thor to being Fat Thor in Endgame. But like Iron Man character development is just Thor. Well, I don't agree with that.
He went through some stuff that he didn't have to before.
Thor went down. I mean, he was talking about New Master 69. And how he's going to fucking kill him.
He didn't grow up very well, but he had to deal with the real world. Anyways, sorry, what were you saying, Sean?
That New Master 69, there was a commercial, I think a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
That was a cameo for that guy. He goes, I used to go by the name New Master 69, and it was the guy that was also worked in the Apple store in Captain America with the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Ed, I think his name was.
Yeah, Thor, I think
he had trauma.
Less civilized. He might have matured.
Yeah.
I think he also got less civilized, where I think, like, as far as maturity level, I don't know if there's anyone that went from being the single bachelor of Iron Man to being completely concerned about his daughter that might or might not be born with a single snap.
That's true, yeah. I thought of, too, Jeff Bridges as the dude is another one that, like, how do you replace this character in this movie with a different actor?
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, that's old topic. So yeah,
Old topic.
old topic. All right. Can you guys hear the beeping?
Yep.
That has been happening for days. I don't really understand it. Anyways, are we good then?
I'm solid. I don't like men's no more.
All right. I think that's a good place to end.